Oi. Parou no meio da brincadeira. Ontem, né? Parou ali. Vou colocar uma almofada aqui. Poeiras. Aí.
All right, you're good. Welcome to Neon.
Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise, you don't want this.
Having a nest. Kevin.
Don't wander into any restricted areas. Well, that took longer than I hope whatever information. Good. Now let's see what Simon thinks is so important. Give me a moment to run a decryption. Let's see. Well. Looks like our friend Simon wasn't joking. This is a sales initiative for Project Dominion. It's not an Infinity Ltd design. It's one of ours. They didn't even bother to scrub the name. Meaning someone never thought they'd get caught. Come with me. Masako needs to hear about this.
O Lério. Esse PCzinho, né? Mas a pergunta é, tem porta USB, pai? Tem. Tem porta USB. Tá, porra. Aqui é a sala de quem manda, né?
Hey, Ularu? What is this about? Who is this?
Quanto maior a sala, maior o cargo, né?
Junior operative. I sent him on an assignment to rendezvous with an informant. But here's the real news. Infinity Ltd has gotten their hands on Project Dominion.
Impossible.
Not only that, they're trying to sell it under their own name.
Of course they are. We need fines to investigate this immediately. Since you found this information, you see, Project Dominion is confident. If Infinity Ltd has obtained any information... Exactly. I want you to go see Dalton Fines, our chief. You've brought an enormous security violation to our team. And thank you. Some operatives may have seized this as an opportunity for extortion. It's good to know you're...
10 milão. 10 milão na brincadeira.
My career will be over.
Good, you're here. So, thanks to your work in Sidonia, I'm told someone here has leaked information on Project Dominion to our adversaries at Infinity Ltd. A mole within the company means a failing in my department. We're initiating Security Directive Theta, which means a full sweep of every employee in this building, Masako and myself included. Directive Theta allows for a third party to conduct the sweep. This way, the results can be objective. We certainly are. Directive Theta has one unique case, and that's Ularu Chen. The directive calls for a specialized programmer known as Nix to investigate her, but he'll need your assistance for an unusual assignment. Ularu has the ability to thwart any investigation, so it's imperative she knows nothing about this directive. Her knowledge and talents are why she's the chief of operations, so she is the best equipped to evade detection. We don't deal in trust here. Think more in terms of mutual benefit and leverage, and in this case, it's mutual benefit. Nix will be giving you a program to run on Ularu's computer that will pull any data needed to prove her guilty or innocent. Your job is to infiltrate Ryujin Tower as an anonymous outsider in order to run this program completely off the books. This means your keycard will be turned off, and the security guards in the building will consider you to be trespassing. If you get caught, the guards will follow standard procedure and lock you up in a cell for questioning, provided you don't provoke them. And I strongly advise against provoking them. These are your fellow employees. We want this to go as smoothly as possible. We employ over 100 members of our security team. It's possible you'll be recognized. Authorized security personnel only. At least one of us is. In the meantime, I'll ensure all non-essential employees, Ularu included, have left the building. During that time, I'll be unlocking I'm also issuing you a disruptor, which should help in avoiding casualties should a... It concerns me that you don't know. A disruptor is a non-lethal weapon. It will stun your target, giving you a chance to get... Let me remind you, not only are we talking, it's in your best interest as well. You'll meet Nix at Madame Sauvage's place.
Don't cause any trouble.
Ué, cadê o subversor?
I've been waiting.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you. A gang. Worst gang there is. And that's not a hypo. Hey, it's your ass, not mine on the line. Oh, us crate rats used to think the Ebside strikers were awful. With all the mud. Kinda wish they weren't just holed up in Madam's. Well, you'll find them at Madame Sauvage's. So, being so helpful. What with the disciples and all. Can't blame a fellow for
Palhaço.
What are you looking at?
Only the upstairs. Don't.
Fine, upstairs. This is such bullshit. Yeah, used to be people were afraid of the strikers. We had a name, got it? Now the disciples got us penned up in this lousy bar.
Andrea!
Fine, fine, fine. This... Do you have anything else, or are we done with this? We were one of the big dogs. We could take what we wanted and no one gave us. And Briggs? Total class act. I mean, the strikers will rob you blind, and if you back us in a corner, but the disciples? Psh, total no. And the only people that kept them from getting out of control? So you stroll in here and meet with Briggs? Maybe you should meet with the business...
No blood in my shop, Andrea. I'm this...
Fine, fine already. See you later.
I really need to stop hanging out in Upside.
The strikers are upstairs. We better be on our best behavior.
Oh, porra, peguei pro errado.
Cause if not, consider... Wow, nice to meet you too. Good thing you aren't with marketing. I've written up a program just for the occasion, but as Ryujin...
You're under arrest! You're coming with us. Well...
Oh, porra. Filha da puta. Tá zoando, né? Deixa eu ver se tá funcionando isso aqui, cara. Tá bom? Tá. É uns bagulho que nem eu tô tancando, tá ligado?
I wasn't doing anything.
I'll never leave Neon. For someone in my business, there's no better place. You got an appointment? Cause if not... Wow, nice to meet you too. Good thing you aren't with marketing. I've written up a program just for the occasion, but as Ryujin knows, it's yours for either a Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not. A break in Neon? I don't think... Well, in this scenario, you thought wrong. Unlike you, this is more of a contract gig. Now pay up. A pleasure, as always. Your job is simple. Just run this little beauty on Alar. Once you're done, bring the slate back to me at my place. Whatever encryption Alaro has is back. Here's the slate. I'll be waiting.
Hey, get away from me.
Velocity. Ela se drogando aqui, ó.
James Newell better watch his back. He's causing problems. No percentage in causing problems in Neon.
I mean, my life isn't perfect, but who says?
I'm going to tell them how I feel. I don't care that we're cool.
lá. Aí. Acho que ninguém viu, hein? Seria um salvar rápido aqui. Maquininha de rato, velho. Ah, finalmente, né? Apartment.
Make yourself at home. Just don't take any souvenirs while you're here. So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping. Just brimming with confidence, aren't you? But I've seen your work in the trade tower, so I'll at least give you some credit. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look. The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now.
Fácil.
Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's able to view these. And done. You're all set.
Que fácil.
I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for Ryujin. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my software. Since you came through on your end, let's just say that slate isn't going to paint the best picture for Ms. Imogene Salzo. But bear in mind, you're dealing with some pretty talented people when it comes to falsifying information. I can be sure because I know my business. But like anything, evidence alone can't tell the full story. The rest is up to you and Dalton to piece together. Well, remind me never to get on your bad side. You sure it's not Ularu who's... Besides, if Imogene really is the mole... Here's the slate. As usual.
Imogene. Alguém vai de Vasco.
What?
Núcleo de neon.
Hey, no funny stuff without...
You have the files. I assume you... I expected as much. Now, let's see what we have here. I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogene Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one... Well, the motive could be anything. Credits, grudges, even boredom. Either that, or she's highly displeased with someone at the company. Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question... I want you to head to her office and escort her here. Don't put anything past her. When you're dealing with corporate workers.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours. Whew.
There's always work to be done. Pace yourself.
Let me guess. Looking for Imogene? Try not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here, which is a shame since she's always been the master of... I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close. Yeah, no thanks. Getting information out of Dalton is like talking to a... I have Imogene's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. Good. I'd hate to see what sort of drama might get stirred up if you went around him. Or maybe... Good luck finding Imogene. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure...
If Alexis asks about me,
I've got my eye on you.
Don't wander in any restricted areas.
keep out of my way and I'll keep out of yours.
I'm gonna feel so much safer with one of those drone security robots.
Yeah, and the kids are going
Ué,
to
que
love
porra é
it.
essa?
This
No Imogene, I see. Of course, Yuko would know. If Imogene's with the Syndicate, I can't just send... We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. Good, because without it, this adds a complex... Head over to the trade tower and be discreet. He may ask for credits, or even if... The sooner, the better. Just be sure to bring her back here in one piece. If she resists or tries to run, we have no... I'm glad we're on the same. She knows the consequences of it. If the situation does take a turn for the worst, I trust you won't let your partner...
Missões corporativas.
If you're wondering what that smells.
Mas qual é qual, ou?
Epside's a bad place for tourists these days.
You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where I saw.
I'm a little busy right now.
Hope you're a paying customer. You lost, kiddo? Yeah, well, make it quick. I had some high hopes for this shop back when these days. Or something happened. Let's just say... So, just the usual. Mostly tied up in those disciples. Solomon thought a small convenience store with cheaper... Of course, they only kill... Now it's just me running this place, so you can see why I'm not... I may not be on the main strip, but I make enough to keep me... Lucky for me, my regular... Until next time.
ter a chave do bagulhete.
Hope you're enjoying the music at the lounge.
Ele tá DJ, tá porra, foi na lado errado.
Ranger?
I don't recall sending for anyone. What do you want? No. I can always make... So, what would be the reason? I may consider... As long as it doesn't involve the Syndicate members themselves... I'll tell you what. I'll make sure the Syndicate let... And what mutual benefit? Easy there. Maybe we can work something. All right. You talk a good game. And I suppose if we're looking at a mutually beneficial situation, there's... Check in with Ms. Moore at Frankie's. I'll send word along that you're... Fair warning, the Syndicate should let you search any common areas, but if anyone catches you snooping around private quarters, I'll just say, be prepared for some hostilities.
Sorry, kind of busy.
Need something? Better have credits to spend. Oh, you're the one getting special treatment. I've got one rule for you in there. Third floor is off. I'm more of an honorary member. I let them take up. They keep this business afloat. Don't worry. She wouldn't be allowed. For the record, I'm only granting you act. You'll find that young lady you're looking for holed up in a room. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize.
Ah, porra, esconderijo.
No funny, back off.
I'm watching you. You try anything, you're dead.
Nível 50, porra.
Figured our paths would cross sooner or later. Not that I thought I was safe, but I never expected anyone to just slip by all the syndicate here. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after. I know this doesn't look good, but Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me, and Project Dominion is way above my pay grade, it'd be impossible for me to deliver. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking. But that tech, an internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu, what better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions? That's what makes it dangerous. No one would believe. So, if Ryujin keeps this tech a secret, suddenly every Yes, it's what the technology does, and it explains why the evidence... Come to think of it, it also explains a few strange bouts of disorientation. That's exactly what I've been doing here. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind the desk for years now. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I can't do that. The moment I step in that building, Dalton... You really are naive when it comes to corporate cult. Once I'm back at Ryujin, Ularu will be looking... So I can stay here and deal with you, or I can go back. Of course you do. Look, if you just bring this slate to Dalton, I'm sure he'll understand. But if I go, it's your choice. Do you want the truth? I was hoping you would. I'm still going... As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks.
Well, look who's... So tell me, what did you find out? Fine, fine. Enjoy your time with Dalton. It'll all trickle...
My company's future.
Don't cause any trouble.
You're back. And I suppose you suddenly have all the facts now. This Well, this evidence certainly complicates matters. I hope she's willing to attest to this in... Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of... In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. Not that I enjoy it.
Valore.
Welcome to Ryujin Tower.
E lá vamos nosotros.
Don't cause any trouble.
I need that rothicite if we want to complete.
Good, you're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full in due time. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Vina Kalra, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. You got that right.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Vina can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection. Good. I'm glad you see this as an opportunity.
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting the key ingredient. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothicite.
Which is where I come in. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to gather, refine, and ship the rothicite straight to us. Their last shipment is late, and neither we nor Consolidated Mining have had any communication with the Carinae station. Correct. The updates have been regular up until now. Last we heard, the shipment was ahead of schedule.
We need you to head out there, secure the shipment, and bring it back here so Vina can complete her prototype. And I want to know what happened. We need to take any safety measures to make sure this doesn't happen again.
The mining station is CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. The shipment should be in the research and control tower, but the outside doors are kept locked down. This keycard will let you enter the mines so you can access the tower from the inside. Good luck.
Remember to be prepared.
The entire station was wiped out by something.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shit back.
Can't talk.
Holy crap. City Night City. Fuera. Irá. Pirates. Damn it. Sibiri, sibiri. Era munição. Pensei que fosse maluco. Ué, cadê o maluco? Tô bem loucão aqui, caralho. Labirinto, labirinto. Não tem inimigo por perto. Azar. Putz, 30 e cacetada, bicho. Algumas cositas explodiram aqui, né? Matamos uma chamanga ali. Tem Grendel, né? Porra. Ah, 52, meu amigo. É demais esse nível, né, bicho? Não adianta, né? O jogo zoa. Eles vieram pra clínica o bagulho. Tô de peso. Tá que tá indo legal. Opa. Munição não tem, munição não tem peso, meu amigo. Só vai. Clinical.
No matter how much we learn, we're only just
You have a nice day now. This area's off limits. Authorized. Yeah, I bet you do. Not my problem. I'm getting tired. Hard to argue with that. Finally, someone who gets... Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
Hey, who let you in here? In that case, you'll want to speak to...
This damn contract will be the death of me. Excuse me, but this is a... Checking up on us? I feel like... What do you want? Of course you do, because daily reports simply aren't... The third group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroamp, all resulting in death. With Sean and I are hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive... Well, you'd be the first from Infinity to think so. It's a relief to know they have at least... Now, anything else? Good. I specialize in neurosurgery, not chemistry. It's on the table. That's all. Anything else? Good. Now if you...
Loucuras pessoal, bicho.
Used to be an actuary. Now...
Got a call,
Loucura.
Ah, hey, Captain.
Welcome to the Three-Star Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. That's all.
Is there a type of...
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Nice to catch you in the office.
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masaka. So I've heard. Now I shall excuse myself and get to work on...
So, what did you learn about... Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the rock. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there? I figured it was related. And were you able to... So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level. I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of it. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, and with the Rothocyte secure, head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to.
Final mission.
Don't cause any trouble.
Good. All right on time. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole. Indeed. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While for now, we lead everyone to believe that... Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity, so... Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly... Now, let's... We called you all together. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about...
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the...
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that...
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not...
Of course. Thanks to another of my operatives. Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and...
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype. Our operative will receive the implant. I have it on good authority, the experimentations they've done to rep...
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. And that's precisely why I know we can... Vina will be waiting for you in the neuro... Once you're done, meet me in my office.
Aí tá, pronto.
So much work to do.
sure you're okay?
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to... Oh, don't worry. That's not on the agenda. Now, just a few details before we begin. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal nerve... The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go. All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? Huge success. No surprises, no signs of rejection. Now, we just keep our fingers crossed. That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary. Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing. It's probably why he's the second most published. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observatory.
Essa é minha roupa. Eclipse lendário. Interessante.
was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? I'll take that as a no on the side effects. And that toy you love so much is very powerful.
Yeah, toy is hardly the... It really was fascinating how it's truly remarkable tech. Not at all. But I can imagine if I expedite, we'll definitely be running some more tests in the... Those are the kind of edge cases. Obviously, tech like this is... When it comes to your job, you bet it down. Besides, the neuroamp is... If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough. That being said, it's been interesting to
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Got my eye on you.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how... Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, we're sending you into Infinity L. Lucas Drexler is about to learn and wish he shall. Every day. All right. Yuko has provided a layout. You have 2 options for this assignment. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Yes, the less people you need to interact. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself... From there, First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer. And third, you need to obtain the...
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope...
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under it. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized... I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time... Exactly. And what the Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only... Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go and once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their... I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test your... The only thing you're out there to prove is we're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to... These suits are typically reserved for the senior. Just make sure you follow through on that statement.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll... It certainly will, and will have. So, any final... Good luck, and be sure to report directly back.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator. Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen.
This could be the most...
Do you have the program? With pleasure. So, let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need. Yes, and had you not brought this program to me without that falsified evidence, I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of...
Let's go. New Atlantida.
like staggeringly huge.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate. Hello. Did you have?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ah, yes, from Lumen Interactive. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellen.
Marketing.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's marketing department. Excuse me. If you just have a seat, I can notify Miss Hart that you've arrived. Just give me a moment to let Miss Hart know you're here. I'll go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathroom are just around the corner.
Não, foi fomção.
Welcome to Infinity. If you need something, see the reception.
Estranho. Voltar.
Unidentified ship. We're going to attempt to scan you for contraband. Please comply. Ready, please. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Não vim aqui ainda não.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
I feel
Pronto. Lixo. Departamento de PI. Filho da mãe. Pra o cachorro aparecer ali, né? mais. Chacina, né? Morreu de pé. bom aqui. Não dá pra onde eu vim, né?
Can't go in. You just can't.
If you ever find yourself with a hot lead, can I help you?
I hate to break it to you, but his PA's
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story?
very busy and important man.
Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have...
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with some merch. Maybe get you a ticket.
Good. A less investigation. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this. Well, you can't blame me. Is there at least a name I can cite as... Why am I not so... As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable. Now, if you'll excuse me...
David Barron, the most famous journalist.
Maybe I should switch.
Tem que foi fácil.
Less coffee.
Neon.
Goods has a
believe you were specifically told that we did not want a body count. Your best is sorely lacking. All the tools at your disposal. I hope you at least... And yet not useful. Still, it's good to know. So now it's just a waiting game. Once the story airs, we have another board. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making by incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a... I'm glad we're on the same page, which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool. Good. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. I trust you'll get it done.
Don't wander into any restricted area.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire an... Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to... The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our... This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished. Good. If you use that neuroamp, what? Well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do. You're oddly right about this one. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. Maybe not for... Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations.
Tô entendendo essa parada aqui.
If only there were more hours in... Great, the bank. You heard correct. I've every reason to believe that it... All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me... If it was anyone other than it... I suppose I might be overreacting. I'm finding myself... It's easy to put a positive spin. I've heard enough. If you only had some... Are you trying to add to my... First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up. Second, that tech is what... I'll do whatever I can to make... In an ideal situation? Masako's lucky to have you at her disposal. Even if you are a continue, you may be the greatest asset. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful.
Hey there. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flash. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion. One step closer to seeing market approval. So, tell me. I'd be the next Ray DeCaris. How amazing would that be? DeMarcus, eat your heart out. So the next question is, what? Exactly. Not that I want to gloat. Okay, so DeMarcus and I have really been looking. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting. All we can do now is look forward.
Is Masako checking up on me to... Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd. while it's... I'm all about free PR. So... You know, you're right. If any of those ghosts come to haunt... All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion. So let's hear it. Don't I know it? We'll discuss security ramifications with Dalton. It's sure to be cool. Well, it seems your talents really do.
This meeting should prove to be... I assume Masako briefed you on... That blasted tech. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down. I knew it was a grave security. I suppose you're right. My first priority will be to get the board and all security members set up with... Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd., the last thing I want to deal with are any more I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity... I only hope that Masako and the other... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some prep... We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting. So...
Qual é essa missão mesmo? O informante do conselho votará pela aquisição da Infinity. Diz que vai precisar de no mínimo dos votos para garantir sucesso. Se tiver uma opinião forte... Votará pela aquisição.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to... Good. I prefer first-hand feedback. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LT. Do you think they're worth redemption? Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic. It's a financial burden. This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match, getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary. Next question. What is your opinion on how... And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note. Being prepared for anything is a great asset. One that... I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should add... It's the next big step for Ryujin Industries. There's no doubt it's... This has been rather enlightening.
Mais um não.
So much work to do.
Em cima da mesa.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've success. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas. Ryujin will be launching a statement.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of...
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation.
Arguments?
Acquiring Infinity Ltd now is not a good look, especially if the public believes Misako was involved.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us. Yes, our security was compromised. But in fact, I propose that Misako...
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power...
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene...
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload in...
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office.
This isn't right.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the...
Security, escort Miss Chen to her...
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to...
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? If there's nothing else, this meeting is concluded. I'll be following up with a few of you shortly.
I'm glad we're...
So, Infinity Ltd learned... You've proven yourself to be quite the... It's well earned, and I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ula. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure. I hope that Imogene's instincts were right. Now, as promised, I have your book, and I'm promoting you to senior officer. As for the details, I think someone back...
Falha na comunicação. Telecomunicação.
I hope you're enjoying your new neuroamp. I was really worried when you brought up the neuroamp research. Did you say Marzana? I thought if you have anything at all on that... I'm afraid I can't give you any details. With this data, maybe I'll be... Thanks for finding this, and think of it as incentive if you have...
Project Marzana.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op.
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. But now that's all in the past. It's time. It's nice to see your recent experiences haven't stopped. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission. The board holds any available assignments that are tech. Good. The mission board is generally With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you... And the best perk of them all, you're... Oh, and, At this point, go check out the board, and if you have any questions...
My room. PCT, porra. Corp. Eu vou pegar todas, né? Vou pegar as missões, já era.
Not going to miss Ularu. I can still see that smoke.
Beleza, pessoal. É isso aí. Valeu.